Hey folks, so what is this? My idea here was that I just felt very stifled by the newsletter process. It's really hard for me to get my own personality through. I think as I wrote professionally for many years for various customer service support jobs, I adapted a real formal writing style when I'm not writing fiction, and I just can't get out of that mold. And so, while I'm happy with how the newsletters went for this year, I really wanted to go into 2021 with a way that I could connect more with you guys and let you see me and literally see me, but also just see the personality that I have and find a way to get that in better. So that's really what this is about. I'm thinking I'm going to do these weekly, maybe upload on Fridays. My newsletter already goes out twice a month on Friday, so that would link up nicely. And I also want to be able to talk in each video about what I'm working on. And since I then have to come back in 7 days and say, here's what I said I was going to do, it might give me a little bit more personal accountability to make sure that I get some work done. So this is super informal. That's the whole point of all this. So I feel like a lot of this has gotten a bit too stiff for me, and I'm a really relaxed person, and I would like more of that to come through in how I interact with you folks. So hopefully, this is something that works for some of you, and let me know. So you'll see me glancing to the left here as I have my notes to stay on script. If I don't give myself a script, I will just wander off forever. So quick business, the box set, which seven book box set launched early in December. And so that's all 7 books from Under Everest all the way to Thorns of the Serpent, and tells basically 2 sets of stories. 1 through 3 is a set of stories, and I feel like 4 through 7 is a set of stories as well. And the wrap-ups or the next chapters are coming. That's definitely a big part of next year. I've been doing a lot of plotting on that this week. It isn't what I was supposed to be doing, but sometimes the ideas come to you and you have to work on them when they're there. So anyway, box set sale, $6.99, will continue into January. I've decided to just keep it going. I want people to be able to escape into these books and get their hands on these, and I think it's a really great price. 7 books for $7. So I hope that's something that you might be interested in. There'll be links in the newsletter, the DH Done website, which is dhdone.com. You can follow me on Amazon, and it'll be there. And it is in Kindle Unlimited as well. All the Fractured Everest books are in Kindle Unlimited. The Fifth Interdictor is wide, which means it's available on Kobo and Barnes & Noble and places like that. Talons and Threads is also wide. And Talons and Threads, which I released in September, I think, has a main novella that you kind of can't read until you've read at least 3 of the Everest books. But there's a bunch of short stories in there that you can read. And there's also a prequel to Under Everest is in there as well, Cracks and Crevices, which if any of you folks have read Under Everest and you haven't read Cracks and Crevices, I really would encourage you to read it. I think it gives a lot of, it's about 8,000 words. It's a free short story you can get on my website. There's a beautiful audio reading of it by Adele Young that's linked on my website as well. And I think it gives a lot of nice insight to those characters. I'm off script. This is not what it says over here. What I'm saying here is not what this little board says. So also in January, in addition to the box set sale, Under Everest, Seas of Everest, Dragons of Everest will all be 99 cents from January 5th to January 11th. So if you haven't looked at those books and would like to just jump into the series, try Under Everest for 99 cents, that's available to you starting January 5th. So I do want to briefly talk about what I'll be working on this week. Today is December 31st, New Year's Eve. So hooray, 2020. Yes, let's move on, please. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for next year. I'm excited for winter. I've never been more ready for winter to be over this early. Even in Maine, even as somebody who really likes winter, I'm already done with it. I'm already ready for spring. So hopefully it'll come here soon. So this week, I will be working on Shades of the Sea, which is an upcoming, what categories would I put this in? Fantasy, mystery, dystopian adventure. It's a dystopian that's up. And it's a father-daughter story set in 1600s alternate Sicily, and involves uh, a community that's basically been pushed out into the sea. And so the entire city is just a series of ships that have all been lashed together in the harbors of Catania, which is a major city off the coast of Sicily. And interesting events ensue. And I've really been enjoying working on it, and I'm excited for you guys to see it. I would really like Shades of the Sea to be done first draft wise by the end of January, and we'll see if I get there. It's about halfway there now. I think I got about 50,000 more words to write. So we'll see where that goes. And I'd love to give some of you opportunities to take an early look at it. So if that's something some of you are interested in, let me know. So that's from the writing side. I think that's about it. Let's talk about the videos. So in addition to this, which is something that I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Even now, even in this one moment, it feels very natural. I have been recording just as a fun project, but I have been enjoying it, a series of games. So I've been playing, there's a website called Twitch that you can play games online and people can watch you play them. Some of you may be familiar with Twitch. And so I have been streaming on Twitch. I stream most nights now. I was already doing this. When I was done with work each day, my wind down, starting about 6 o'clock, is playing games. And I don't know why I wasn't already recording them, because a lot of times I'm already playing games with my game characters based on people from the books. So I'm already doing stuff with Drew and with Nima and with Impala and etc. So the fifth is in a few games. So right now I have been streaming and recording and then uploading on YouTube a couple series. So there's Dragon Age with Nima, and Dragon Age is a role-playing game, fantasy themed, and I was really excited with how well I was able to visually capture Nima there. Most video games, while they do let you customize your character, they often don't let you affect the character's height, the character's weight. There's often very little Asian representation. So to be able to get such a strong looking Nima with the right height and the right kind of build for her and everything, she really looks very much like I thought she looked in the books. It's fun for me just to run around the world, but to play through the game as her with her mindset has been fun. And I think if you check that video out, you're also going to hear some things from me about Nima and about the background of how I came up with her, or how she found me, or how I got lucky enough to find her, and how she's helped me. Really, I would say Nima has helped me get through this year with her just spirit and optimism. I had to work on her a lot over the summer, and it really was very helpful. So you can check that out. That's Dragon Age Inquisition, and I've got a couple episodes of that up already. I also have a game called Stranded Deep, which is a survival game. Whereas Dragon Age is a game I know well, Stranded Deep is a game I hardly know at all. So I'm playing through that as Drew Adley, and being a Navy man and kind of an action guy, he's a fun guy to try to play through survival games. And that's also, if you listen to that series, there's a lot of me in that series. There's a lot more of me talking about my own experiences because Drew and I have a lot of things in common, and so there's a lot of good Navy sea stories, and I can see that that's going to be a series that if you watch that, you're going to have a good you're going to get a good view of me as well, which is absolutely what I wanted to do with this. Third series I'm doing is probably not going to update as frequently, but it's Darkest Dungeon, and it is just a group of characters running through a dungeon, and it's got a great art style. It's got a fantastic narrator, great atmosphere. Not a lot of story built into the game, but a lot of story comes out from playing the game. And I like that emergent story. The great thing is that you can name all the various people you put through, and you put dozens of people through this. So that means I can put Nima and Drew, but also Upala and Odan and Silne and the speaker and the fifth and Nils and anybody else that I want to get in there. So I also can put some of you in there. So if you would like to be in Darkest Dungeon, let me know. You can leave a comment on the video. You can tell me what you want your character's name to be. I can't promise I'll keep you alive. I'm not a good gamer. Like, I'm not trying to make the best moves and the best decisions. If you watch these videos, it's much more about character and getting to know each other. It is not about, okay, well, this thing is +1 and this thing is +5. And those kinds of videos are great, but that's not me. So if you're interested in Darkest Dungeon, check it out. I think you'll like it. It's got, like I said, it's got great atmosphere. All three of these games have great music, great atmosphere. I can't play games that don't have good music. So check those out. On all of this, on everything, I would love to hear more from you. My email address is dhd@dhdone.com. I'm easy to find on Twitter. I'm easy to find on Instagram. I say almost nothing on Facebook. But on the other fronts, I'd love to hear from you guys. Every now and then I'll get a note from somebody. I got a note this week from a reader who just told me how much he was enjoying Fractured Everest and asking if we were going to do audio. And I was over the moon, like, to get that kind of, like, there's sales and there's numbers and that's all a thing, but it's different than having somebody say, hey, I'm really enjoying, I'm digging the groove that you're putting down. Like, it means a ton to me whenever I hear that back. That's the fuel that keeps me going, particularly in 2020. This can be a very solitary experience at times. And there are definitely times when you're working on these books and it feels a little bit like shouting at the void at times. So any kind of feedback that I get back is just incredibly validating and recharging to me. I think that's it. Like, I think that I ran through my list here. I stayed reasonably on point. I'd like to say, I'd love to know what you would like to see in this. If you have questions you want to ask me, I'll answer them here. If you have feedback, things you'd like to see, let me know. You want to see Lulu? I will make sure Lulu is in the next video. She doesn't like, she's not a camera dog, but I will get Lulu in the next video. So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoy this. I'm definitely going to stick with this. This feels much more natural to me than the newsletter process. I already like it. I already like all of this. So I'm in. Hopefully you're in with me. Guys, as I was going to say folks, as 2021 comes at us, I think we probably got some climbing still to go here, but I do think things are going to be good in the future. I think we're going to get there. We can get there together. So stay safe, take care of each other, stay in each other's ropes. And you know what? I will see you next time. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.